Welcome to Martinmade. My name's Stephanie and today I have my yearly favorites video. Now, today I am going to be starting something. Hopefully over the years I can keep up with it. I'm gonna try, but I am going to take each year and I am going to assess what things, I'll do probably about 10 things that I have found over the year to be my favorite things that I use on a regular basis. I thought it was a fun idea because a lot of people do favorites videos for like each month. So they'll do a January favorites, February favorites. But what I like about the expanded time, so the whole year of favorites, is a lot of times those favorites that we find in 1 month, a couple months down the road, we find we're not really using it very much. And so over a whole span of a year, I have kind of taken note as to what things I seem to use a lot. And so I'm gonna give you 10 things that I seem to use quite often, and they seem to be my very favorites for the year of 2018. So my very first favorite, I would have to say, is my bread recipe. My husband and I have tried to save money in different areas, and one of the areas is making my own bread. I have a super easy recipe that I got off of Jordan Page from Fun Cheaper Free. I can link her in the description box down below, and you can go check out her channel. It is a great loaf bread recipe. And so I really got into this. I bought a loaf pan and I make our loaf bread and I love it. The other thing I have noticed over this year, my second favorite, would be our Google Home Mini. This is a Google Home Mini and we actually got this for free. My husband and I were we ended up needing to get a new thermostat. And so we have tried to look for the best deals on thermostats and everything, and we ended up finding a thermostat that went on sale. And with the purchase of that thermostat, you got a free Google Home Mini. And my husband and I are like, it's just so gadgety that it's not gonna be something that we absolutely love, I'm sure. But we have found that we use this for all kinds of things. Things like shopping lists, and playing music around the house, finding out what the weather is, what time it is, all of that kind of stuff. We have used our Google Home Mini for that. And so I've really loved my Google Home Mini. And so that is another thing I would suggest if you're into more of the tech type stuff. It is nice because it will store your shopping list, and you can just open your phone and your shopping list will be right there. It stores all that information in your phone. So if you're kind of glued to your phone a little bit more for that kind of stuff, it's very helpful. The other thing is Spotify. I signed up for Spotify about 1.5 years ago, maybe, somewhere in there. I absolutely love it. I love to have any kind of music that I want to listen to. If I'm in a Christmas mood, I can listen to Christmas music all the time in the car. I can listen to it at home, no matter what. My husband, for my birthday, he actually got me the premium, the Spotify premium or whatever it is. And so he bought that for my birthday. And I have loved that. No ads. I can download music and play it wherever I want. I've really enjoyed that. So that's my third favorite. Then the next favorite is a game. I have, my husband and I and his whole family, my whole family, we have played this game like nonstop for probably, I think, 1 year. I got this for my husband for Christmas. And this has become one of our favorite games. We absolutely love it. It's new every time, it's fresh. And so Codenames is one of our favorites. We absolutely love that. So that is my fourth. The next one is my toy bin that I bought for $5 at a yard sale this year. I painted it up. I have a video. I'll link that below. But that toy bin has been a lifesaver. Silas absolutely loves it. He can open it up all by himself. He doesn't need help. It's so easy to wheel around and move around in the living room. That has been by far one of the best investments that I have made, and it was only $5, and I paid a little bit for paint, but I already had that in the home. So that was my 5th thing. The next one is my serger. My husband got me a serger last year for, I believe it was my birthday. He bought that for me, and I have used that thing all year. Like, I absolutely love it. When you do sewing, it is by far so much faster and easier to use. There are still things that I need my sewing machine for, and I would never just give my sewing machine away because I need both. But I do absolutely love my serger. So if you're on the fence about whether to get a serger or just stick with your sewing machine, you can make it work with the sewing machine, but it is so much better to have a serger. So that would be a big suggestion. My 7th favorite would be our gardens this year. We got quite a few tomatoes. I was able to do some canning. We got tons of strawberries and raspberries. Silas will go out and he'll pick strawberries and raspberries all by himself. Half the time it's eaten before it comes back in. But that has probably been one of my favorites as far as something that we've done or kind of had this summer. Was having vegetable garden and fruit garden. My 8th favorite would be our hot tub. We had bought a hot tub, probably 6 months after we moved in. It would have been the summer after we moved in, and we moved in December. So through that summer, we ended up getting a hot tub, and my husband and I absolutely love it. We actually had Netflix and all that kind of stuff for watching shows and everything like that, but every night we have gone out to the hot tub and we just lounge in the hot tub, and we actually canceled our Netflix and all of that stuff because we weren't watching shows, we weren't watching TV, because we would go and spend time together in the hot tub. And so that has been by far one of my favorite things that we have bought. The next one is, you've seen the videos for these, but my vinegar cleaners. I also use vinegar in my washing machine. Here comes Silas. Hey, you want to say hi?
Hi.
You say hello. What do you have? What do you have? Oh, what is that?
It's a
A tractor. Okay, you can go play. So I have my vinegar cleaners that I absolutely love. I have never gone back to my other cleaners. They just clean so well, and I love them. Then the last favorite that I have has actually been the past, maybe from this beginning of the summer on. I have been listening to a podcast called Enjoying the Journey, and I have never really been one for a bunch of podcasts, but I got into this podcast at the beginning of the summer. I was going through a lot of really hard times. This summer was probably some of the hardest times I've had in a while. And I found this podcast, and when I started listening to the podcast, this man that talks in the podcast, he actually spoke at the college that I went to, and he is a very good preacher. Now, when you listen to him, they're only 10 minutes. It's not like he's preaching for an hour long. But this podcast, when I started listening to it, exactly what I was going through was exactly what he was talking about at the time. And it was just like such an encouragement to my heart. The words that he spoke from God's word just stirred my heart and just gave that comfort and that peace where it needed to be. That has probably been my favorite since the summer, and I've been listening to it every day. I will put a link to that down below so you can catch that if you would like. He is a very good speaker. He keeps you engaged, and he gets you thinking, which is something I love about listening to him. And so these are my favorites for 2018. I am so sorry about the lighting. I would have done this earlier today, but I had a lot that kind of came up today, and I did not get to filming this earlier. So yes, I definitely am so sorry about the lighting. It would have been so much nicer to have it in the middle of the day, and this is the best lighting that I could get in our home for right now at like, what time is it? 5:22 in the evening. And so it's starting to get dark so early. But anyway, I thank you for listening to this. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Let me know some of your favorites down below. What have you been enjoying this year? I hope to catch you guys in the next video, and I will see you then. Bye.